And boom, boom. Just like that, we are live. We are live, everybody. Welcome to the show, Red TV in Conversation. My name is Peter Clark, and hey, you right there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate that. If you're brand new, tuning in for the first time, thanks so much for showing up. Appreciate that. And if you're returning, you already know what's in store. So kudos to you. I so appreciate all your support and so on. Listen, pretty pumped today. I'm pumped all the time. You already know that. I'm really, really pumped all the time. So I'm going to jump into that in a second here. Let me just put up a couple things for you. Listen, I'm terrible at this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Promoting myself. But if you like what I'm doing, if you like the show, just share it with people and get involved and be part of these conversations. I love having you here. I love being part of it. Throw some comments in there. Get involved with the conversation. So appreciate that. Boom, that's enough of that. And hey, listen, I wouldn't be me unless I did this. Because I'm talking to that part of the world. I just want to send out thoughts and prayers over to Belgium and Germany. This part of the world. My guest today is in that general area, but not affected by it. But hey, listen, the people over there that are going through the catastrophic flood. If you're tuning in from that part of the world, Western and Central Europe, thoughts and prayers to you guys. Okay, so hope that resonates with you. Pretty pumped. I don't even know what to say about this person. I mean, I could have just introduced her, but I got to talk to her. Talk a little bit about her. Just a very special person that I met, and I said, "Geez, we have to have a conversation in a public setting." That's what we got to do. So she refers to herself as a humanitarian entrepreneur, advocate for peace, happiness, love, and hope. And her name actually means hope, by the way. How cool is that? I resonate with that because I'll tell you the story later about that, but I really love that. She's been studying happiness for like 20 years, 25, I don't know, so when you see her, since she's 7. She's been studying it since she's 7. She's a co-founder of Happiness at Work Conference and the Happiness at Work movement. So if you see the show that we recently did here on Red TV with Jim Lippens on July 20th, 2021, if you're watching this, you can hear more about that particular conference. We'll talk a little bit about that because she's involved with that. She's also a supervisory board member for a very cool movement called 𝘵𝗵𝗏𝗏. So I just wanted to talk about that and give a shout out to, I'm gonna ruin his name, and I hope I hope you love that. I tried my best. I really tried my best on that. Sending you positive vibes, my fine friend. And her big project right now is 1 Million Dreams. Which is basically a collective of incredible global citizens and leaders and social entrepreneurs who dare to dream and inspire us all to be better and to be good. She's not one for titles, just so you know. So this is why it's so interesting to talk to her. But it's very refreshing to know that someone is not caught up in the title of who they are. With all that being said, please welcome Asha Lalai. How are ya?
Woohoo! Yeah. Oh my gosh, what an introduction. Thank you so much.
I left most of it out. It's really long. For someone who doesn't like titles, you carry a lot around.
Yes, that's true. Thank you so much.
You're a busy person. Listen, so good to see you. And always start with just very quick question. No, you, your family, everybody okay? Everyone healthy and safe?
Everyone healthy, everyone safe. So grateful for being alive.
Yeah, that's the listen, is health and your safety and your family. Everything else can be replaced. Let's face it. I'm going to jump before we talk, Asha. I mean, there's so much to talk about. You know this, and I got to I want to be transparent with everybody. It's unusual that I've spoken with someone before, but I've met Asha, through Clubhouse. We'll dig into that in a little bit, and then we just got to know each other and we chatted a few times. So, you know, I don't want to pretend that I haven't spoken with Asha before. I have, in the sense that we just had some great conversations and so on. But every time we have a conversation, Asha, I say, well, we should just hit record. Just right. So they've been always just been open-hearted and very warm and welcoming conversations for me. So I just said, listen, I have to have this beautiful person on. And listen, I got to throw up some comments because people are tuning in for you like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so people are tuning in. Let me just throw up some comments here. Hey, Tim, how are you doing? Good to see you, my fine friend. Tim's a live stream producer, just so you know, Asha. Rhonda's a rock star. I mean, just go, please check her out. She is so connected and aligned with what kind of like where you are. And when I say you, I mean you're just in a very special place. She's in a very special place, and she likes talking about that and sharing that content. Danielle, good to see you. Good to see you from that part of the world as well. So I hope you're safe and sound over there. That's really, really important. Another person from your part of the world, I believe. Right?
Absolutely. So, Natalie.
Yeah, super appreciate you being here. That is fantastic. And look, Joanne Plouffe. Again, I probably butchered the last name, Joanne, but Joanne's from Ottawa, Canada. And thoughts and prayers to her. She's got her own little battle going, not little, she got a gigantic battle going on, and she's a rock star inspiration. So I just want to throw that out to her. So it's all good. Who else is here? Who's tuning in? I think you know this beautiful.
Yes, Gina, my sister. Yes, wonderful to have you.
There she is, right? Which is fantastic. You know, a person who's using music. Look, anyone using music to make the world better, I'm a fan. I'm just a simple fan right away. This is great. Hey, listen, Tim, if this makes you happy, this is all good. Hey, look at this guy. I know that guy. Good to see him.
Daniel, wonderful.
I mean, when I listen to his voice, I'm just giving him a heads up right now. When I'm going to be talking to him very soon, you know this, and his energy is like when I hear him auditory wise, makes me want to get emotional. But not tomorrow, not when we talk. It's going to be rock and roll like this. It's going to be all rock and roll, so it's all good. But I love his energy. And Ruthie's here. Good to see you, Ruthie. Listen, if I had a name like Ruthie Honey, come on. I mean, that's pop star stuff.
Must be very sweet, right?
Oh, that's a very. Hey, look at this
Jim.
And Jim, good to see you, my fine friend. Again, we just referenced that. That's the Happiness at Work conference. We're going to talk about that with you, Asha, as well. And oh my goodness, so many things. Hey, Daniel, thank you for doing this. Appreciate that. You inviting some other people in and just all kinds of things. And here's a good friend of mine who always shows up and supports, Matt. Good to see you. Maddie's out here in Calgary, Alberta, leadership coach. Executive coach kind of thing, and rock star human being. That's the most important thing for me, just a rock star human being. So it's all really good, and he is looking forward to it right there. Boom. You wait till tomorrow. I
love Daniel. He always calls me the flower girl, so I really love him, and I'm so looking forward to meet him tomorrow on your show again.
Looking forward to that. Oh my gosh. And look, I always love when people tune in that I know. Paul in Boston, a good friend in Boston, Massachusetts. Love the accent. Love the Massachusetts accent. And he's going to take me to the real Cheers the next time I go to Boston. Not the real one like the TV show, which I went to. He said, I'm going to bring you to some real places where you're going to enjoy that. So it's all good. Okay, listen, we could do this all day. I got to get to the show. We have so much to do. Thank you all for joining us. I just want to say big shout out to everybody who's doing that and being here and so on. You know, I gotta ask you this, because we got to start with this. And well, first of all, let me make sure everyone knows how to get a hold of you. That's the number one thing here. Listen, it's all about you today, right? We know that. There she is on LinkedIn. Okay, there's Asha and how you can connect with her. 1milliondreams.world. We'll talk about 1 Million Dreams. There's her Instagram. You'll see her on Clubhouse as well. She has a really cool, listen, if you listen to her on Clubhouse, oh man, she's a rock star on Clubhouse. So go and join 1 Million Dreams and make sure you connect with Asha that way. So that's how you can connect with her, learn more about her. I mean, there's so much to talk about with Asha. But you know what's fascinating, Asha? I started this you know, you don't like using titles, and you actually say that on your profile. You say, I'm not one for titles. And every time I listen to you speak, you often say, I am Asha. I'm Asha. That's who I am. And so, you know, just because I'm trying to put it in the context of our conversation here today, just tell people, you know, what and why you want them to connect with you. So like basically what you do. I'm not trying to put you into a box or anything here. I'm just trying to put it in context for people. So what do you do? And generally speaking, why would someone connect with you, say on LinkedIn? Just if you could share that with us, that would help me a lot, because I get when you say I am Asha, I get that, but put it in context for me for the audience, if you will.
Yes, thank you so much, Peter. And yeah, it's so wonderful to see so many amazing people here with us today. So thank you so much. Yeah, I always say I am Asha. My name means hope. And it's my calling to give that hope to others. What I found out is by giving hope to others, I started to develop more hope for myself. So I do believe that there's something magical when it comes to giving. I always say, if you want to receive something in your life, start to give it. Start to give it. And then you will receive more than you can imagine, to be honest. So the question, I don't think it's really about what I do, Peter, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more about who I am. And what I do is just showing up as who I am, giving hope to others in many ways. And you already spoke about this. One of the ways is 1 million dreams. Another way is the happiness at work conference, the movement. Another way is building bridges, which we celebrate on the International Day of Peace. So the topics that I'm really connected to are happiness, peace, love, humanity, everything that brings humanity closer to love. That's what I love to do. And I found out that there's no job title for that. So
that's very true. I know, you know, the closest thing we've seen, and I know you're already going to relate to this, you know, we had a great experience with 𝗂𝗏 𝘖𝗹, and we'll talk about that. Actually, I got something for that in the future here. But Chief Heart Officer, I thought that was, you know, when you think about that, that's kind of a nice close bridge to some of the things you just talked about.
Absolutely.
Do you agree? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I love her. I love what she's doing. I love her personality. I just love her heart, really. And yeah, it was such an honor to meet her last week. So thank you for that.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. So, you know, I'm going to throw this up and see. I hope I got this right here, but I know that you've done this. This is Awaken Your Intelligence, right? So that's an example. Now, is that, so before I go down that path with you, is this still something that is, because I know, again, the pandemic and so on, but you did this at the end of last year. So do you want to, I want you to talk a little bit about that, because I think you did an amazing job with this event. And this is something, again, that people might want to reach out to you and have a conversation about. So hopefully that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. Hey, listen, everyone wants to talk to Asha. Everyone wants to talk to Asha. Listen, that doesn't surprise me one single bit. Phone ringing. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about Awaken Your Intelligence. Tell everyone a little bit about that, because I think it's a fantastic concept.
Yes.
They keep coming back to you. They keep coming. Just come back.
Yeah, my mom will just keep on calling. So
is that your mom?
Yes, that's my mom.
Oh, well, you got to call her. No, seriously, I'm cool with that. I swear to, it's important. Just literally pick up the phone right now and call her and just say.
No, I already called her, and I'm going to call her after the show. So
because it's important, right? I mean, family first. I mean, family
absolutely.
First. Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Awaken
your intelligence. It was something I did with Jim. So Jim, well, he told us yesterday about his Harada training, and I did his training. And the next time, so first I did the training, and during his second Harada training, I did this part of Awaken Your Intelligence, how to live smart and wise, how to live congruent, how to connect the brain and the heart, and yeah, really how to find heart-centered, your heart-centered mission. And Awaken Your Intelligence was all about that, like aligning yourself, aligning the heart and the brain showing up in a congruent way. And I did it with Jim, and it was wonderful, wonderful to do.
I
Wonderful.
love that. Listen, I'm going to tell you why that, just you hearing me, you saying that again, just so resonates with me about, and that's, you just described me, and I'm sure a lot of people will resonate with that, you know, where your brain and your heart, you know, those two things are just always seeming to trying to talk to each other.
Yes.
I mean, we're always trying to listen. One is always trying to get the attention for the other, especially the brain, by the way. That I'll speak for myself, the brain. So, and you said a word a couple times right there in describing it, which I so love. One of my, I have about 5 or 10 words that I really love. One of them is congruent. I love that word, congruent. I just love the idea where, and I've heard this phrase before from somebody, and I'm trying to remember who it is, but I won't take credit for it. But it's the idea of where your mind, your mouth, your heart, your wallet, and your feet all move in the same direction.
And your hands.
And your hands. Well, look at me. I can't even speak without my hands. So I listen, I think that's a fantastic. Now, are you going to do something like this again? Because I just love the idea of it. I'm just going to encourage you to do it. So I hope that you will think about that. Maybe people can reach out to you and talk about another opportunity to connect with.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Perfect.
And again, it's connected with 𝘖𝗏. You said it's part of the 𝘖𝗏 method. So is it integrating with that, or is it a part of it? Are they talking to each other, or?
Well, the 𝘖𝗏 training, the training that Jim is doing, is all about about goal setting.
Right.
So goal setting is really important. But we talked about this and say, well, maybe we can add a little and make it more about heart-centered goal setting.
Love that. Yeah.
And that's when I come in. So we were just playing with each other, finding out if it's something that will work, and it was wonderful to do. And I hope we will do it again.
Oh, love that, love it. Well, seeing we're talking about Jim, I mean, 𝘠𝗵𝗏𝗋𝗋𝗋 is, I guess, you know, I know you don't like titles, so I'm just trying to figure out again, a founder, I guess, of the happiness at work, and you're part of that. So I'm going to bring up the website because we talked about it on his show. We talked about his episode yesterday. So if you're watching this in repeat, or if you're watching it, please go back and check it out. So let's talk about that, the happiness conference and so on. But, you know, talk about, if you can, to me, why was it important for you to be part of that, and the fact that you got involved, and you know, why do you think it's important right now more than ever, this idea of happiness and happiness at work? Why is that important?
Well, to be honest, Peter, I'm like saying that it's important more than ever now for almost 20 years. So I cannot say it more. I cannot say it's important now more than ever. It has been important for me like over 20 years. So I'm not saying that. Jim reached out to me to be a keynote speaker on one of his Happiness at Work events. So, of course, for me, it was a big honor to speak on this event, and I showed up as a keynote speaker. And then we started to connect more and more, and he asked me, like, do you want to become a part of this? I say, well, I love the topic, but I'm not sure. Maybe if we have, like, an international ambition, and maybe if the ambition is a little bit more, like, let's grow it to, like, thousands or 1,500 or 2,000 people, then I'm interested. And yeah, he did. He not really he changed something. He just blew it up. Like, from 300 people, we now go to 1,500 people.
Yeah.
This year, December, in Belgium, and I'm so looking forward to this. We have an international lineup, and so yeah. My wishes are complete.
Yeah, they're coming true. Well, again, I just wanted to make sure we get a good shout out there, and I just put up, you know, your team. So I showed some of your team on the. Yes. I want everyone to kind of go to this website, check it out, and of course, you're going to get to meet Claude over there. So how cool is that? I mean, that's going to be fun stuff. That's going to be fun stuff. So I'm excited for you, and I think you got a great lineup of speakers. I'm just going to let this part of it scroll and so on. But to your point, I don't know. I guess I was hinting at the idea over the last 18 months or so. I think people have really had time to reflect and spend a lot of time with themselves and with their families, and assessing their jobs, assessing work, and so on. And that's why I was talking about there's that beautiful soul right there. You're going to meet. You know, and so that's what I'm thinking. Happiness now more than ever. But I really understand what you just said. You know, is it more than ever? I don't know. Maybe we just need to be more focused on it all the time, right? Happiness.
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
maybe
It's really, for me, happiness is, it has always fascinated me that we all have the wish, the desire to be happy, right? If you meet someone, if people start a new relationship, or there's a little child, we always say, I wish you happiness, lots of happiness and joy. And still, it's so hard for so many people to really understand what happiness is for them. So too often we are focusing on things that really don't really matter in our lives, and we stop focusing on the things that really matter. So this whole search to happiness has fascinated me since I was, I would say 4 years old. Just
hey,
like
I
a
guessed
little girl.
7. I guessed 7 earlier. Did you hear that? That was a guess. So there you go. You're at 4. Okay, so you did it at 4. There you
Yes.
go. So studied it for 20 years, started at 4. There you go. Do the math, everybody. There's the math right there. That's just a compliment. Now I got you speaking in that language right there, and I asked Jim this question yesterday, again because it's very focused on the concept of happiness. And let me just play sort of devil's advocate a little bit. I mean, it's a quite used word. People use happiness in many different contexts, and so right. I mean, you I think I know you know that. What is it to you? What is it to Asha? What is happiness? Like, what is this thing, this place, what is it?
Yeah, it's this. What is happiness is such a wonderful, wonderful question. And I just want to say, Peter, for the last 20 years, I've met so many people globally, and I asked them this question: what is happiness? And they all say something different. So that's interesting. You can ask it to an engineer and you get the answer of the engineer. You ask it to the professor of positive psychology and you get his perspective. And I started to collect all those different perspectives. And what's interesting for me, that I've met like hundreds of people ask this question, from the Nobel Prize winner for peace to the grandson of Mahatma Gandhi, to the chief executive at Google X, and so on and so on. The homeless, the sick, the old people, and so on. Somewhere in the conversation, they do this. Watch me. They have this whole idea about what is happiness, and they talk and they talk and they share. Beautiful. And then somewhere in the conversation, they do this. Happiness is within.
Well,
they do this. They touch their heart center. They all do it their own way. So that was making me so curious. Like, what is this? What is happening here in the heart center? And I started to do my own crazy research. Like, what is this? What's happening here?
What is this?
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny you say. No, I'm going to share something with you right now. Someone's trying to phone me. That was probably your mom. That was probably your mom saying, "Hey, let her talk to me." Someone's trying to. When you did that, when I'm talking with people in general, I'm trying to explain like what are you doing, or when I talk about like what am I doing, I always refer like this. So I'm doing the same thing. Here's what I say to people. I say, I'm not referring to, what am I doing? I'm referring to what am I doing? So I just kind of, right here, I kind of just go up and down around my heart area. No, isn't that strange? I always say, I don't mean, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? And it's, and I have no idea where that comes from. So to your point of you saying other people kind of do that, that's overwhelming to me, because that makes it sound like it's actually innately built into all of us and we just aren't tapping into it. I mean, right?
You really have to listen to people and watch them. Like, what are they doing? How do they talk? Which words do they speak? And everyone is doing this somewhere in the interview. Like this. They touch the heart center, and that's really interesting. So what is happiness for me? For me, is happiness, well, to be congruent, for sure, to be aligned with source, with my brain, my heart, like my complete being. But happiness is also the collective of all those different perspectives, like the collective of all different perspectives. That's for me happiness. It's not just one perspective. It's like it's the perspective of the professor. It's the perspective and the perspective of the engineer, and the perspective of the homeless, and the perspective of the child, and this, all those perspectives together. And yeah, I love to collect perspectives on happiness. So if you have one, share it with me.
Hey, we'll keep that one. Yeah, I'll touch base with you on that one for sure. I'll touch base with you. Let's talk about you know, you have so many things that you've been a part of and so on, but you're really focused on something right now, which is really, really cool. And I want to make sure that people connect with you and reach out to you if it resonates with them to learn more about this. But I just think it's a great concept. I mean, I consider myself a dreamer. I really do. So I love the idea of 1 million dreams. Let's talk about that. Tell us a little bit about, you know, this concept you have of, you know, 1 million dreams and basically what you're trying to achieve with it, so that people understand it, if they want to get involved and connect with you to talk about it. What is 1 million dreams? What is that all about?
Wow, Peter.
I know it's big. I know it's a big subject, but
yes, it's really big. After 6 months of solitude, trying to find something, 1 million dreams came to me. And I call it my most soul-searching mission. 1 million dreams is about bringing a collective together, to reconnect a collective, to be honest. And this collective, they are like shameless dreamers.
I love that. I've used that before.
Shameless dreamers.
Shameless. I love that.
Shameless dreamers.
Shameless dreamers. Love it.
Yes. And it doesn't mean that they are always with the head in the clouds. If you read some scriptures, you will find out that there have been so many dreamers who walked here on this planet. Kings and empires, they call them and ask them questions because they were the one that could see. They had a vision. Some call it the eternal perspective. And I'm looking for those dreamers with the eternal perspective, the ones that really can see beyond the physical eye. So bringing back this collective. One part, they are the shameless dreamers, and some are also mentors, teachers, trainers. And the whole idea of this collective is to turn 1 million dreams into reality. And every dreamer has his or her own dream project to impact 1 million people. So imagine 1 million dreamers, 1 million dreams impacting 1 million people each.
Yeah, wow. Big number.
That's the story.
Now we're getting a real global impact, right? I mean, obviously, even with 1 million, you're shifting a lot. I wanted to put up your website. I know you're still in the process of putting it together and building it and so on, but this is a great landing page for everybody to at least get a feel for, if it resonates with you. You can see on the bottom there, you can connect with Asha then, of course, through Instagram or LinkedIn and so on, and Clubhouse as well. I'll put that up in a second because you can join that as well. So if you're on the audio app, Clubhouse, if you don't know what Clubhouse is, it's okay. Just Google Clubhouse. Trust me, it'll come up. It's an audio app where you can make some really great connections, through audio. It's just audio. It's no video involved and so on. But please, here's a landing page you can go to. And again, it's 1,000,000dreams.world is what it is, everybody. .world. It's down on the bottom as well. So you can go in there and connect with Asha. And again, maybe you're one of those, those people that Asha so kindly spoke about. Here, Asha, what I'm going to do as well, I'll just make sure I put up your Clubhouse. I thought that was cool. I like the Clubhouse thing. You're really building a nice little group with these people as well. So there it is right there, 1 million dreams. And there it is, a collective of incredible citizens, emerging leaders, shameless dreamers. Love that, right? Shameless. Where's my magazine? I don't have it here in front of me. I created a magazine when I went to see Richard Branson on Necker Island, and I made this magazine. I actually brought it physically instead of bringing something digital. And the title of one of the articles that someone wrote about me to put in the magazine was called Shamelessly Enthusiastic. So when you said that, it's like shameless dreamer. So yeah, shamelessly enthusiastic. I'm like, again, shamelessly curious. You are as well, right? So here it is, everybody. Our mission to inspire, empower, and connect conscious citizens like you to activate and realize the dream within. So you're already over, that first 1,000, which is fantastic. So again, everybody, let's get 1,000 more, 1,000 thousands. There's your million. And hopefully people will come out to Clubhouse and learn more about and listen and tune into what you're doing. So
yes, thank you so much for this shout out. And it's really crazy to see that so many people are already following it.
Yes,
and we're still building it. So and this is also thanks to Daniel Levin, because he's like my biggest ambassador, always pushing 1 million dreams forward in every room that he's doing. So thank you.
Great shout out to him. Great.
Anna too.
Oh my gosh. I listen, I apologize. Listen, everyone who's watching, I always thank you for that. I super appreciate it. The comments are just out of control here, Asha, for you. Everything is just so fantastic. Let me just see if I can pull up a couple here right now. Look at this. So you just spoke of that beautiful soul. There he is. He's enjoying it. We super appreciate that. And let me just go down real quick. Enjoy. Yeah. So there, Rhonda, thank you for tuning into that. Enjoyed the interview yesterday. So super powerful. And again, that's the right connection for you, Rhonda, for sure. The people in the last couple of days, that's for sure. Hey, Kenneth always, he throws out some amazing one-liners. I always love that he's here supporting. He's always doing really cool things. Oh, look at this. Wow. You made me cry. Powerful word, hope.
Hope. Yes.
Yeah, hope. Now, Asha, I don't know you remember this, but the very first time I ever heard you was in Clubhouse. If I told people that story, if I get a chance at the end, I will. But long story short, as soon as you came on, you said, my name means hope. And I was talking about the word 𝘂𝗶𝘁. So because I was in Rwanda, and that was one of the words I wanted to learn in Kenya 1. And the first word I was really asking about was hope. Like, what is hope? And they would tell me the word 𝘂𝗶𝘁, and I said, I love that. So I created a Facebook page called 𝘂𝗶𝘁, and it's all about hope and just telling good stories and all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, yes, her name means hope. So how do you beat that? It is so cool. And there you go. See, essence. They know who you are. It's they can feel it and so on. We need leaders who lead with all the body parts, their brain, heart, and their soul and their gut.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
We need all of those. Absolutely. And so I just want to show you, this is what Kenneth just throws up, savor the flavor, awesomeness in you. Okay. Wisdom and goodness. Listen, just too much. You're going to, I know he's got perseverance, knowledge, honesty, love, hope, courage, tenacity, awesomeness. Hey, that's all that guest right there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kenneth.
There you go. See, look, just all super positive, compassion, inspiring us today. So there you go. I love this. And here, I'm just listen, everybody. There's so many cool comments here coming in, and I want to acknowledge them all. And hey, look at this. I think I know.
Jacqueline.
There she is. There's
Yes.
Hey, 365 give everybody. Jacqueline.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jacqueline is also my sister. So
She's like a rock star. Are you kidding? Yeah. I mean, you're lucky to call her. I mean, she is just a rock star.
I love her. And she's also part of the 1 Million Dreams tribe. So
is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so here's another person. Andrea, please reach out to Andrea. Andrea, reach out to Asha. I mean, seriously, that's cool. And Melody's a rock star. Also, by the way, if I had to name it Melody, a musician, can you imagine? Melody, and she has the coolest Massachusetts accent. You know, you just gotta love the accent, right? That's just me. You know, I always tell her that. I know she does it. She takes it in the right way. It's definitely a compliment. It's definitely a compliment. Now, we were talking earlier about all the people that you connect with, and if you remember, I put up the people that were associated with the happiness at work. Happiness at work. Do you remember that? Yeah, I just put up happiness at work and all the people that were associated up there, and I was like, you know what? I think there's somebody here that probably knows you better than me, and maybe they should add something to the conversation.
Hey,
Pascal, how are you?
Hey.
Oh, so great to see you, my friend.
Nice. Greetings from my garden.
Good to see you, my friend. Hey, thank you for tuning in. And you're tuning in from
𝘄𝗶𝘁𝗵, also from the Netherlands.
See, we got Netherlands in the house today. It's awesome. And I wanted to make sure I don't know if I don't think I clearly described exactly where Asha is, but you're just outside of Amsterdam, correct, Asha? Yes?
Yes.
And Pascal as well. So Pascal, listen, this is the first time I've ever laid eyes on, well, I've seen you, but we've never spoken and engaged. So first of all, just nice to meet you, and super appreciate you taking a few minutes. Now, you know this beautiful soul that's sitting above me here. You know, tell me a little bit more about, again, your connection with happiness at work, and then your connection with Asha. Well,
and actually, I'm sitting, Asha. I'm sitting at the place where we were, you know, designing everything here with the whiteboard. You remember a year ago, approximately, or a year and a half ago. So that's why I'm still sitting. I choose this place. Well, Asha, I met her. I think it was in, I don't know, 2016, something, 15, 16. So a longer time ago, when she was doing her Action for Happiness work that she was doing there. And yeah, we kept in contact, and we stayed in contact, and I think we share a lot of views, a lot of interpretations we share, we have in common. And what we actually have in common is that we want to leave the world a little bit better than we found it. So that's the thing. And yeah, when I think of Asha, always says that she's her name is Asha, her name is Hope, and I know that, of course. I would say it is the needed. No, I have to start differently. In our world, in our Western world, a lot is coming from Descartes. You know, I think, therefore I am, and we're built like this. And we need to balance this out with people that live from the heart. So we don't have to get rid of the other things. We have just to balance it out again. And I think Asha is a role model for this. So we need as well, and we need, of course, more female role models on this planet. So I'm really happy that she's taking that. Sometimes she's a little reluctant in it, giving resistance and being a role model. But I don't know if I can say that here, but I'm sometimes also a little pain in the ass, huh? So I'm pushing.
Aren't we all? Hey, as males, aren't we all? Come on.
Yeah. Some kind, yeah. And what I really love is the compassion. That's what I connect mostly. It's of course hope, but for me it's the compassion. It is in the word compassion, there's passion in. And there's compass in. And when you bring these two together, the passion, and you have the right compass, well, then you can go very far. You know, when you have the right people, you can go very far with them. And it's the combination of being kind and wise. That's it. You know, only being kind is one thing, only being wise is the other. But the combination, I think, is very important. And yeah, thank you, Asha, for bringing that into this world.
Wow. That's a pretty cool friend you have right there.
Wow. Yes. Well, now he's showing up as my friend. Like, normally he's my mentor. Like, but because I'm like, to be honest, I'm more like this role model in denial. So Pascal is always pushing me, and I thank you for that, Pascal. Thank you so much for your kindness and always helping in everything that we do together. As also a member of Happiness at Work and Action for Happiness, and the incredible work that you are doing with the Identity Project. Please look up who he is, what he's doing. He's a wonderful, wonderful friend, mentor, and dreamer. Yes, dreamer
That's
too.
fantastic.
Yes. Thank you so much, Pascal.
Pascal, you stick around. Listen, I'm super excited just to meet you, my fine friend. I'm looking for any excuse I can find to go visit a new friend over in your part of the world. So we're just friends now, just so you know. That is just how it's going to be for right now. So I appreciate that. Now, speaking of friends and speaking of kindness, I mean, seriously, how could it be possible to have these kinds of conversations without that person right there?
Jackie!
365 give.
I'm pulling a Pascal.
There you go. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming on and joining us. I mean, listen,
Couldn't miss this one.
good to see you. Listen, I so appreciate you. You already know how I feel about you, and you're such a great supporter of the show and being here. Listen, I want to know, right away, your connection with Asha. I know you guys are, as she said, that's your soul sister right there. So talk to us a little bit about your connection with Asha.
Well, for those of you that were here a week ago when Claude was on and Asha stepped into the space with Claude, sister, yes. That's how I feel when I step into the space with you. My heart, your heart, so blessed. So blessed. Thank you. You ready for some good questions today?
That's just super power. I know you guys connected. You know what? Listen, Jacqueline, I just want to throw something out at you as well. Like, you are just, you're such a cheerleader for people. You're just constantly inspiring people to be better and lifting them up. And you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Again, I just so appreciate that you exist and that you do this for you get me involved with things. And listen, there was no way I was going to have Asha on and not somehow get you involved, because the energies are so the same. And back to Pascal, what he said, yeah, we need more, the feminine. We need more of the feminine, the energy, not just the compassionate energy and the passion, but we need the leadership part, and you guys are just leading the way. So thank you for your 365 give. I hope people will go out and check that out. Asha, what's it like to have your soul sister? Nothing. That's
oh
a
my
very,
gosh,
very
yes.
kind feelings there.
Jackie, I love her. Like, she knows always, like, I don't know how she's doing it, but she always knows when to send me a message. So we message a lot in groups, but she always knows, now I'm going to send her this direct message. And her message always helps me to remind me who I am. She calls me the bridge. And
how long have I been calling you the bridge?
Yes, for years. Yeah, I'm also a good bridge in denial. So Jackie is always remembering me.
Not anymore, sweetie.
Yes.
Now.
I love that energy, by the way. So you said, and I just want to make sure I heard this right, because I had to have headphones on. Witch, correct? Good witch?
Bridge.
No, bridge. A bridge.
That's a good witch, and I'm going to tell you why.
Bridge.
No. Stay with me.
Good witch too. We'll call her the good witch too.
Witch also.
No. Hold on. Stay with me. And I mean this sincerely. I have a really good friend who literally identifies herself as a witch, and she's a good witch, and she is an amazing soul and spirit. Her name is Jillian White. Look her up, please, on LinkedIn. I'm just telling you, you would connect with that. So I'm not trying to make fun of that word. Bridge is totally cool. Bridge is totally cool, but the energy of so when she calls her, I was the same way. She goes, "I'm a witch." I'm like, "What?" And she goes, no, I'm a good, and she has this amazing positive energy. Now, Jacqueline, you just brought up something that I think is very timely, actually. So, by the way, listen, if anyone thinks these things are planned out, they're not. They just happen because it's all synchronous, right?
Divine timing. I have some questions though. You can't skip over me. I have some.
No. But I want to bring up that. I want to bring up. No, she's not there. No.
Oh, got it.
No. Sorry. She's not there. This is the moment. So sorry. No. I tried. Just no. She's a busy person.
Wait. Can I, before we do this, I have 2 questions for Asha. I thought about this in meditation this morning.
Oh,
sister, I got 2 questions because you made a very public post on Instagram today. So deeply proud of you. You are knowing, you are stepping into who you truly are, which Pascal and I have known for a long time, just so you know. We're really clear on it. But I want everyone to know this about you. What is your superpower? What is your superpower? I believe everyone has a superpower. Peter's superpower is being a host and connecting people together. Everyone has a superpower. I was listening to John Mayer this morning in his documentary on his life. His superpower is his music. It's that guitar in his hand. What is your superpower, sister?
Oh my gosh, that's a question. What is my superpower?
Look inside, sister.
My heart is my superpower.
Yes.
My heart is my superpower. Yes. The same heart that the doctor told me a few years ago that my heart was ill, that I have this genetic heart failure. But I know my heart is my superpower, so it's not a genetic heart failure, it's my compass, like Pascal just described. So as long as I'm on track, the heart is doing fine. But when I'm like off track, the heart will say, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Come back.
My heart is my superpower. Yes. Thank you, Jackie.
Amen, sister. You found it.
And number 2, Jackie, go ahead. Number 2. What's number? You said you had 2 ideas?
Yeah.
Questions?
And again, this is because of you this morning and what you posted. What's your why? What is your why as a human being on this planet? I think we all have a why, but you have to go deep to find that. What is your why? Not what's a million dreams why, not what you're doing why. What is your personal human why on this planet?
To be sure that love will rule again on this planet. So, which means end suffering and connect people with who they truly are, connect people with each other, connect people with their dharma. Yes. This life, this is going to happen. With all those beautiful people here, guaranteed.
That's a great superpower. Yes. That's a great superpower. That's a great why, by the way. That's a super great why. Listen, the 2 of these people, these beautiful souls in your life, if those are 2 of the million that you're bringing together under those dreams, I mean, yes. Come on. That's going to be pretty spectacular to bring that kind of energy together. So the both of you, Jacqueline and Pascal, listen, please, if you want to can you stick around in the green room for a little bit? Can you do that? I mean, I'm just going to kind of push into a couple other things, and then we can tie this up at the end if you have somewhere. But listen, first, I just want to say thank you so much, Jacqueline, for coming on. I know it meant a lot to Asha, that's for sure. And Pascal, my friend, good to meet you, man. You got the soul of a rock star too. I love it.
You got to have some time with Pascal. He does things beyond what you can even imagine, and it would ring true to your heart. So spend some time with Pascal. He is beyond a rock star on this planet.
Yes.
And he will never sing his own tune, so I'm happy to sing it for him. He does what you love, and he is lifting the children around the world to their strengths in places that most of us will never visit. And he is their light, and just an amazing human being.
Absolutely.
Wow, Pascal. I mean, come on, that's pretty.
Thank you.
Yes.
Listen,
There's your next guest, Peter.
Yeah, well, hey, listen.
Yes.
You know, if you can live your life and at the end of it, all said and done, have one person say that about you, that's a legacy, my friend. So you already built a legacy, so good for you. Listen, I hope you guys will stick around for a little bit. If you stick around, it's so good to see these. Hey, how cool is that?
Yes,
just
wonderful. Thank you.
Couple
so
cool people in your life. I mean, they're rock stars in their own. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's for me to get you on and then two other, it's like getting three. It's like, you know, it's like a super group, you know. It's like bringing together a super group of people. So I so love that. Yeah, I hope that was a good little surprise for you. I just thought, you know what, we got to do something a little bit more special here, and I hope you appreciate that. I wanted to show that clip though, because I think Jacqueline brought up something really interesting. You know, it was I've done a lot of these interviews, and it was so powerful, that moment that you had with Claude. And I won't play the whole thing, but I just wanted to bring it up and then you know, remind people. There was a question that you asked, and I just thought it was just, I've never heard that before, and I think it's just of service and in service of who you are and describing who you are and those kinds of things. So I just wanted to bring that up, and I won't play the whole thing, but my gosh, it was powerful. And I apologize to Jackie. Jackie thought, oh my God, I was able to get her. Listen, if I could get her on the show again, trust me, that'll be done. That would be done. But I definitely wanted to show the first moment, and then I'll jump to the question, and let's just play it here, and you can. Asha, how are you?
Hi.
Good to see you from Amsterdam, by the way, just outside of Amsterdam in the Netherlands, Claude.
Beautiful. Hello.
Oh my gosh. I just need to catch my breath. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Thank you.
You take your time. You take your time, Asha. You take your time.
Oh, I'm crying.
Very powerful moment. Very powerful moment. Like I've done a lot of these. So for me, that's still one of my, I try to think of other moments, but that's one of them that stands out for me. And I just want to bring it up to the question, because basically, you were put in a position to ask a question, and I want people to hear it.
So my question to you, beautiful Claude, is if there's anything I can do to serve your heart today, what would that be?
That's a very powerful question, Asha. I still think that's that's just a beautiful moment. So I just put you through that again. Sorry about that, but that's a very powerful question. Why did that one? You said in the conversation for everybody that you basically formulated the question or heard it as she was speaking. So I'm just curious why that one felt like the right thing to ask or suggest for you.
I don't know why. I just heard the question, and I first refused to say it, but my heart just wanted to ask the question, so I did. And I watched this video a couple of times, and to be honest, I wish that more people will ask this question. What if we would ask this question more to each other? I think it would make a huge, huge difference. So I love the question. I'm going to use it more. So
yeah, no, I love it too. Listen, I wouldn't even notice. Listen, there's such a It was just a powerful moment for me and the viewers and people that watch it and experience that. And if anyone's seen that for the first time, please go back and watch that little segment with Claude Silver and watch the show if you wish. But that moment, just resonated with so many people. And I think you actually answered my question more, the why. I know what you mean. Sometimes you don't know why. It's just, but what it is that what you said is that maybe we should just be asking that more of each other. Maybe that's the message. Maybe that's the why we need to
Maybe that's the why, yeah. Sometimes it's even like, I struggle with it, to be honest. Like, I always like, why this?
Mm.
And one of my teachers asked me a question when I asked him again, why? And he asked me the question, who wants to know?
Oh.
Who wants to know? Exactly. And I was like,
Wow. Boom.
Who wants to know?
Who wants to know? Wow. Boom. I got to let that sink in. I love that question. And but you can say it. See, if you say it with a tone, it's almost, it's conflictive. It's kind of like, it's almost like aggressive. But if you said, that is the bigger question, like who really wants to know that?
Who wants to know?
I love that. That is, okay. Yeah. Boom. That's a great moment for me right there. I appreciate you sharing that. That is awesome.
For me, it was like changing so many things. Like,
yeah. Oh, that is so cool. Listen, I got to tell you, everybody watching right now, thank you. I'm just going to jump in real quick, Asha. So many people are just like loving everything. So we're going to go back into the comments after for sure. And
yes, I will read them all, and I'm going to.
I know.
Yes.
There you go. And here's a couple of one-liner. Definitely, Jacqueline. Everyone has a superpower. Most simply don't acknowledge. I like this one here. I don't even believe in superpowers, but Asha, your heart is your superpower. Your heart is pure and innocent and beautiful. That's from Daniel. There you go.
Daniel.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's a very powerful, and of course, I'm hoping that's my spouse there. I'm thinking that's Renuka, but Renuka's definitely watching your show, just so you know.
Wonderful.
She's a giant fan as well, and you guys will meet each other. Well, you guys have talked, but you'll do more of that.
Yes, Natalie is, oh my gosh, she's my 24/7 hero, really. She's doing so much for me. I'm really amazing what she's doing.
That is amazing. And Pascal, there's a shout out to Pascal. Look, he is amazing. See,
absolutely,
he's a rock star. He's a rock star. I love it. And here we go. I remember that clip. It made me cry again. Well, Melody, first of all, she's a softie, which is fantastic. But I was right there with you, Melody. I'm doing my show, so I can't cry right now. I'll just cry afterwards. It's all good. But again, I just think that's just a beautiful question. And I had to stop and sit for a minute in silence. Beautiful question, Rhonda. So yeah, thank you. I agree with you. I think if we start asking questions,
I hope to cry together in Antwerp, in Belgium, like in December. Well, would it be wonderful?
Kind of cool.
Together and just dance together and cry together. And
I agree.
Wow.
No, I agree. This is great. See, listen, we're just cruising along here. Listen, we're already at an hour. I'm just giving you a time check for everybody. I know how long these things go, but hey, listen, I don't do short conversations. I just want to let you know it's hard for me to dig into someone's heart and mind and soul, with 144 characters. Sorry, but stick around. We're going to have some more fun here. One of the things I wanted to do with you, Asha, because I see, again, it's interesting. You don't like titles, which is great. I like that. That's very cool. And of course, people don't sort of know. They hear you on Clubhouse, and then they see you in these instances, and I know how they resonate with you and so on. But I always want to learn more about people, of course, right? And I want to learn about people. So I thought we're going to do this. I'm going to do something with you that I hope resonates with you. So we're going to do a little thing called reflections. Reflections.
Reflections.
Yeah, reflections. Yeah, reflections with Asha. And I'm just going to throw up a couple pictures, throw them up on the screen. And you just tell me what that is, and if it resonates with you, and just explain what, or all that kind of stuff. So we'll steer through it. It's nothing, it's nothing. Hopefully, it's not too shocking.
Bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on. Who's this? Who's that good-looking fella?
My husband.
That is your husband. Okay, cool. Who is that? What's his name?
Ronnie.
Cool guy. Look at that guy. The scruff, the hair. He's like a rock star.
Yes, he is.
I think it's a super cool picture. I know who this is, but I don't know who they are. But generally speaking, this looks like the sunshine of your life right here.
Yes, that's my son and my son. So you are right. He is my sunshine.
Yes.
And the back seat is my daughter. Her name is Diluna. And this beautiful blonde girl is the girlfriend of my son, and her name is Fenice.
Fantastic. It's a good-looking group, just kind of hanging out, doing their thing. Who's that guy?
That's 𝘵𝗶𝗃𝗲𝗏. 𝘵𝗶𝗃𝗏𝗏 from Bright Vibes. He is such a wonderful, wonderful human being, doing such a wonderful job with Bright Vibes, and I love him. That's not the reason why I'm in his board, but I really love him. It's amazing what he's doing. It's amazing what Bright Vibes is doing, and I just wish him like all the luck. And wonderful, wonderful soul.
Absolutely. 𝘵𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Brightvibes.com, everybody. Who are these people?
So we have 𝘄𝗶𝘁𝗵, who is the right hand of His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
I did not know that. I didn't know that. That's why I'm asking. Who is he people?
Like for years, he has been sitting behind His Holiness to whisper like words into his ear.
That's the guy. I watch a lot of the Dalai Lama stuff, and there's, like I said, there's always somebody going. He's always looking for the word. He's searching for the word.
So this is 𝘄𝗶𝘁𝗵, and he wrote beautiful books about compassion and so on. And I had the honor to meet him together with my beautiful, beautiful friend 𝘠𝗂𝗍𝗍𝗿, the founder of the 1 Billion Happy mission. And we worked together for a couple of years. He was the chief executive at Google X, and he left Google X to work on this mission 1 Billion Happy. And
wow, that's great company. That's great company. I know that guy.
Yes, that was Jim. This was the first time we met. He visited me, and this was the first time we met live.
That's fantastic. So that's, again, Happiness at Work, everybody. That's what we're referring to there. Happiness at Work conference is coming up. Who are these people? What's going on?
Oh, wow. So the beautiful girl in the middle is Daphne Laan. And we are doing together a wonderful event in September on the International Day of Peace. And the man in the red and in black, he's a Maasai warrior. So we did a ritual together. It was a wonderful experience to learn from a Maasai warrior more about alignment. Align yourself with nature, with everything. So it was such a wonderful day.
Super cool, to say the least. Yeah, Maasai warrior. That would be fantastic. Now, I love the casual. This I'm showing it because it's going to apply to my to another segment of the show later. So I just want to make sure that you knew that I knew. So when you said I don't, I know you do. But hey, listen, I'll join you one day on there. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
That looks like a good Belgian heifer. What do you call it? I'm just trying to think of which of your favorite beers are over there. I'm trying to think, but listen, any beer over in Belgium, Amsterdam.
It's all good. It's me. It's all good.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Anywhere in your part of the world, I'm going to have a. So I love this picture because you posted it with your name or someone. I know the story behind it. Generally, is Jacqueline Way asked you to post a selfie, and you said, "Well, I'm going to put a selfie up. I'm going to add this message."
Yes. This is my creative side, right? So
yeah, I see that. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. What is it extra special to you? What does it mean to you that actually your name means? Is it just by coincidence? Hey, my randomness stuff, eh? Is it by random that you were called Asha, or?
No, I don't believe in randomness. I really believe in design. I really believe that my life, your life, is all by design. It's too perfect to be random. So for me, I choose to believe that my life is by design, and I choose to believe that there is also a great designer.
Right. Oh, hey, that's great. Listen, I love the fact that your name is that. I just want to ask you about this. Now, you posted this today or yesterday, within the last 24 hours anyway. And I've always, it's funny, it's only in the last week or so I've actually seen a full picture of you, because you were posting with basically that look that you had up over your shoulder there, which is a cool look, by the way. It's a very cool. But you made a post about it today, specifically saying why you changed your profile on all your social media today. So tell that story, if you will. Just tell why is this important to you now to kind of step out like this?
It refers to being the shameless dreamer. I always felt that being a dreamer was not good enough. And so I always tried to hide the part of me that was the dreamer. This little girl, 3 years old. And that's what I always try to hide. And I say that's the silly part, the dreamer. But today, today I'm ready to show up as who I am, complete, in color. So I used to wear only black because black makes me feel like I'm invisible. But I'm not, and I cannot be invisible. There's too much light. But I try to hide the light. But I'm done with that. I'm really done with hiding myself, hiding this little girl in me. That's such an important part of my journey. So I'm now totally okay with saying that I'm a woman, but still a girl. I always say a girl with long legs.
A young spirit, a young soul, a young girl with I think it's a very powerful it's a powerful message. I think someone heard that today and just said, what am I hiding from? What am I trying to hide? What part of me am I not sharing with the world? And to be more transparent, maybe vulnerable, maybe those are some of the words to use. But obviously you felt compelled to do that. I just think it's a very cool thing. I love the picture, great photo. And it just lends to the story of, like you said, there's just so much light to shine. And I think people that feel that way, I mean, maybe I'm just speaking off the top of my head right now, but the idea that when you were told that you have something, whatever that something is, and again, I talk about this a lot with people, just even on this show, is that how people see you and then how you see yourself is normally they're not aligned. I'll speak for me. They're normally not aligned. And I think people struggle with that, whether it's, this concept of imposter syndrome, or I'm not good enough, or if they only knew really how I felt about something, how would they judge me? What would they think? So I think that message you just said there about, why am I not shining bright enough is very powerful. And I think someone heard that today.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Appreciate that. That's awesome. So there you go. We walked down a couple little reflections for you. So I just thought get some people get to see you and get to know you a little bit, to see your family and all these.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's wonderful. Like, we did a lot of research going through my photos.
Hey, well, listen, I know. I just wanted to see. I was like, well, who is she? This is the fun part. I mean, that's why, listen, I hope you didn't mind. I put up the beer one because, listen, I love the fact that, for me, I'll just speak for me, but I know that picture reminds me of that, is that you and I could sit and have a great conversation, and we could sit there on a patio and do it. And they're not different from each other. I think that's why I love that. There's nothing that moves me and I enjoy more than, along with playing music, is meeting with people, and you pour up a glass of wine or whatever you have in a beer, and you're just sitting there and you're chatting, and the conversation is big. it's big, right? It's and
Absolutely.
so that's
I
why.
like, I can sit forever. I can sit like just when it really becomes dark and we see the stars and the moon and we just sit with a good drink, a good conversation, just
Sure.
watching the stars and feeling so powerful, but also insignificance. Like it's so beautiful to just be there.
Yeah, you just used a word I use a lot for myself. I literally had that conversation with someone last night. I literally did about, and that's why I love standing by the ocean. By the way, the ocean makes me feel tiny and so and insignificant. And I don't mean to say that like I don't mean matter. That's not what I mean. I just realize where I am, and when I'm near the ocean, it's like, wow, I'm just so tiny in this whole scheme of things. And that's just on our planet, by the way, not the universe. So anyway, no, I totally appreciate where you're coming from. Listen, your comments are still coming in. People love you to death. So I hope you go through all the comments later and
I will.
and connect with people. And Jacqueline, yes, bright vibes. Yes, absolutely. There's Jim talking about the pick at the barber in a coffee shop. There you go.
Yes, that's true.
Cool. Hey, and he thinks it's a Stella beer. So hey, listen, I'll have Stella. I'm good. Oh, I don't know. Hey, listen, I love craft beer. You just say craft beer, point the way. I'll be with you. It's all good. Let's see. I love this. Yeah. No more hiding your light. Dreamer, believer, love in action.
Oh, thank
love
you.
that. I have a funny feeling again, Asha. That's for Nuka.
Yes.
I hope it is.
Nuka, I hope
put it in brackets and just let me know. Oh, there she is. Peter, this is you. No longer afraid of you to shine your light. Oh, that's from Renuka. Okay. Well, I'm trying. I really am.
We're learning from each other, Peter. Learning from each other.
You said that before about being a mirror to each other. Kim, good to see you. You're still here, my friend. Listen, I appreciate you hanging in there. I love this. And by the way, Asha, we're having this conversation as we just said those things about being a mirror. It crossed over at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds. Just so you know, as I said that to you. Boom.
Boom.
There you go. And there's now shining literally a light on Asha, so it's fantastic. And Rhonda, this is good. We often make ourselves very small to experience from experiences during our early childhood development. That's so true. I mean, we're all looking through filters of our experiences, right? So love seeing the best in humanity right here, opening doors for others to stand tall in their beliefs. Yes, well, that's the purpose of what I do. I mean, literally. I mean, it's like playing music, by the way. I'll just share that real quick with you, Ash. It's like when people ask me to play music, for example, I love doing it. But it's not like I'm looking for opportunities to do that. And it's always funny when people invite me to a place and say, hey, do you want to come and entertain us? I'm like, no. If you want me to come and the moment I entertain you, yeah, but I can just play for myself. But I don't want to play for myself. I want to do it for people. So it's really important to connect that of why you're doing what you're doing. So this is the same thing. This show, listen, if I wanted to talk, I could just talk to myself all day, which I do. Just so you know, I do that.
I do that too.
I do that too. There you go. Hey, right? She knows 11:11. There you go. Right? 11:11 all the time. I see that all the time. Just so you know, a numbers person. So there's how you connect with Asha, of course, here on LinkedIn, and of course along the bottom. Instagram, Clubhouse. Make sure you're joining her on Clubhouse and all those kinds of stuff. We're not done yet. Just so you know, we're not done yet because there's just a couple more things. We have such little time, so much to cover, and so on. So let me ask you this. I mean, you've been doing this for 20 years. I remember I thought I read somewhere, or you said somewhere, I was the most happiest coach in the world. I love that. I was the most unhappy, and then you figured out, where you wanted to go and take these things. So you've been on a journey, and you still are on that same journey.
Absolutely. I think it's really important that we walk the journey with, don't take the journey really serious. Just walk it with, I always say, walk it with humility, because it's an infinite journey. It's like climbing a mountain without a top. And sometimes it can feel like that we are climbing uphill both ways, but just keep on climbing, keep on climbing. Sometimes you stop and enjoy the view, and you meet other people who are also walking their own journey, their own mountain. Just keep on climbing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, let me cut in on that thought completely different just for a second. As the producer in me, I don't want that sun in your eye. So if you literally want to shift over a bit so that you don't feel like you're looking into the sun, I'm just asking you. I just don't want you to be uncomfortable while the sun is moving around. The sun is moving around.
I'm going to move.
There you go. See, so most people won't feel comfortable doing that. I just made the space for you. There you go. I made the space.
Is it good,
Perfect.
Mr. Producer?
Hey, no, I just want to make sure you're comfortable. That's the bottom line. Want to make sure.
I'm good.
So, again, you've been on this journey. You're still on it. And family, friends, travel, the conference, all the people you work with, and so on. Let's talk about this question. What are you most proud of? What are you most proud about of your journey so far?
My family. Yes, my family. I always say, mission first, family always. So, yes.
Yeah, love that. Okay, I get it. Yeah, that's not a surprising answer, but thank you for sharing that. Yeah, and again, it's been an interesting time in the world. But to your point earlier, when you're talking about happiness, is it more than ever that we need happiness more than ever? Maybe not. I mean, there's always different times in history and so on. And if you watch enough news, things can make you feel a little uncertain at times. That's for sure. So I'm just curious, with you, what keeps you hopeful these days? What keeps you hopeful and optimistic these days?
The people around me, to be honest. Like, there's so many people around me that are showing up, doing amazing work, connecting, helping each other, reaching out. Like, yeah, the people around me is so full of light and love and hope. Like, sometimes they give me hope. And I think, I thought I was the one who was giving hope. But like people like you, Peter, yeah, you give hope too. You give love too. You shine your light and you shine so bright. So yeah, that's what's keeping me hopeful and optimistic. I see so many beautiful people. Yeah, and I really feel that it's time to reconnect, to come together, and to do what we need to do, right? So just do it. Show up and join, and just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, just kind of show up. No, I appreciate those are kind compliments. I appreciate that. Yeah, again, I don't know why we joke about that. I said, wow, how random was it for us to meet each other? And you're like, Peter, it's not random. And so no, I appreciate you saying those kind compliments to me. I do want to ask you, I have to ask you this question. And listen, I am going to let you go from the show, eventually, just so you know, we could do this all day. But I know people think like, gosh, he just is so curious, but I am so curious. I could sit and chat with you all day. But there is something that stood out for me that I know you shared this before somehow. I heard it, I read it. I don't know exactly what it is. But I did find it, and I just wanted to ask you about it because I know you said this before.
Yeah.
Love them all. I will sort them out. And signed, God. Tell me about that.
This is a quote that I have everywhere. It's on my MacBook. It's on my phone. It's on my mirror. It's in my kitchen. I just remind myself always to love them all. Don't worry about people and how they show up or whatever. Just love them all. Don't judge them. Don't be hard. Just be kind. Who am I to judge people? Who am I to say this is good, this is bad, right? Or you are doing not the right thing. Just love them. I think in the end, that is what really helps when people struggle. They just want to feel that they are loved. Love them all, yes.
Love them all. I love that. I think that's a beautiful message. I heard you say that, and I did thought I heard you physically say, "Yeah, I got to post it." So,
yeah, I heard. I said this in the room with Daniel.
Oh, okay, that's probably where.
Yeah, because I shared a story about meeting meeting someone that I didn't see for a long time for a reason. And then a couple of weeks ago, I met him on a birthday party of my father. And it was really hard for me to see him. But yeah, I just welcomed him and served his food and his drinks and give him a jacket when he was cold and invite him to come in the house and so on. And my husband was saying to me, "Why are you doing this? You know what he did to you." Yes, I know. And I can remember that very good. But this quote, "Love them all," that's what's keeping me doing. That's what's keeping me showing up. People will hurt you. People hurt me too. There will always be people around you who try to steal your light. Love them all. Just love them. I think that's the best thing that you can do. You can sit and cry and worry and wait for their excuse or do a lot of work on to forgive and so on. Love changes a lot. Like if you just love people, like so many things will just disappear. Doesn't mean that the pain will disappear, but it's becoming lighter. For me, I can only talk from my own experience. I don't know how it is for other people, but this is how I experience life. Yes.
That's a great message. Well, it goes along with what you say. I mean, Asha, you're just this year. That's what my experience is. That's what my experience is. Now, I wanted to bring that up because I just thought that was just a great reminder. I was listening to for me. I just try to figure out. Stop trying to figure it out, Peter. Is probably the message I'm trying to get from Peter. Stop trying to figure out what people do, why they do it. Stop that. Just worry about your own journey and try to. Worry is the wrong term. Just stay focused. Just try to find your purpose. So I just love that. Just listen, love them anyway. I just send them happily on their journey. So anyway, listen, I love the fact that you shared that. Thank you for doing that. That's going to jump right into the last few comments here and stuff. This is so cool. I mean, my gosh.
Are people still watching? Like I'm like
people watching us. Like everybody, like look, Daniel, Asha, it's your time. I am always here to do whatever I can to lift you up and to lift others up. So there you go. As you lift others up, as you lift others up. That's a great message, Daniel. Thank you for sharing that. And of course, you're welcome, Daniel. I play music. Listen, and I mentioned that music earlier. I do that because with Daniel's room, I don't know what I know. He loves music. He grew up in the '60s, so he loves music. And of course, in the '60s, music was really this communal glue. It still is, by the way, but music in the '60s had a very powerful way of bringing people together. So he recognizes that, and I know it's in his spirit and his soul. So every time I'm around Daniel, I'm thinking like, gosh, I just want to play him a song and let him go somewhere else. I don't do it for me. This is what I'm saying to you. It's like I don't do it for me because I could play it here by myself. But if you get a chance to share a moment with somebody and let them go somewhere for a minute, God, that's just a great gift to be able to do that. So that's why I do it anyway. I just wanted to share that with him, so he heard that for no random, always divine timing. I know, Jack, and Jacqueline's really good like that with me too. By the way, Asha, she just has a way of sending me a message directly when I need to hear it. I don't know why. Out of nowhere, I'll just get this message and it'll go. She just seems to say the right thing at the right time. It's just it's crazy. Love them all. So there's Daniel again. Look, I just love all this. And Rhonda, so beautiful. Yes, that's a world way to approach all aspects of our lives and those disappointing events as well. All wonderful blessings impacting our lives, our day-to-day lives. Yeah, just try to love everybody. And you just said it. Just be kind. I always, I end my show always like that. Just so people listen. You got a choice between right and being kind. Just try to be kind. You figure out the right stuff later. It's all good. So, hey, listen, I so appreciate all the comments, everything. I know I'll go back. I know Asha will go back and reconnect with everybody. If you want to connect with Asha here if you're watching this on LinkedIn, There's our LinkedIn profile, and along the bottom you can do that. Make sure you go to 1milliondreams.world. That's really, really cool, and learn more about that and connect with that, because you could be one of those people that that she would love to have inside of that sphere to go and change the world. So we need to do that. But hey, we're not done yet. Just so you know, I promise you, this is it. I mean, this is it. But hey, you gotta have fun. I mean, if I don't have fun with Asha, there's nothing else to do.
Okay, I thought you were going to play some music.
You already know what time it is. Here we go. You got to have a little bit of this or that with Asha. I mean, come on. That's what we do here. You got to have this or that. So this is the part of the show, you know the score, but if anyone's watching for the first time, hey, I just throw up a couple of one-liners, and she picks this or that, and it'll give us a little insight into the mind of Asha Lalai. And she, just so you know the name, Lalai, she said, remember the song you sang me? Yeah, that was that's from is that a Paul Simon song?
Right? La. Yeah, you just have to sing my name. It's so easy.
I know, that's what she said. Just like the song, la la la. I just love that. So there you go. Okay, this or that with Asha. So and that's why I had to show the beer one earlier. So I just want sometimes I have to ask people kindly if they drink alcohol, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if I come to visit you, beer or wine?
Beer.
Beer over wine. Wow. Oh,
beer.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to get along just fine. We're going to get along just fine. Now, I'm asking this one for a particular reason, and you'll know in the back of your mind why. Superhero. So you were asked about superhero. But Iron Man or Captain America?
Oh my gosh. Iron Man or Captain America? Man, that's a hard one. Jim had such an easy one, Spider-Man or Batman. I have like Iron Man and Captain America. I would say Iron Man, but...
Now, do you know why I asked you that question? Do you know why I asked you?
Tell
you do.
me.
I know you know. Well, you must know. Come on. You know why I asked you. You don't know? Oh,
No.
well, here, I'm just going to remind you. I'm going to what? I saw you post this on Instagram.
Oh!
And
yes, be your own hero. That was the message.
You were being your own hero, and I noticed. I said, "Wow, she didn't pick Spider-Man or Batman or Wonder Woman or I don't know, whatever, different superheroes." And I just thought, oh,
yeah, so I love Marvel. I just love the Marvel movies.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So you picked Iron Man. There you go. And sometimes, it's not a male-female thing. Sometimes I would ask someone like, with Catwoman or Supergirl or something. But when I saw that, I just thought, oh, okay, she'll remember that. But anyway, that's where I got that from. Just so you know, so you picked Iron Man. That's cool. That's a great character as well. 60s music or 80s music?
80s.
80s. Oh, your hair. Yeah, you got the hair for the 80s, right? I mean, it's stuck in 87. Yeah, slippery movement right here. Yep, totally get it. Totally get the 80s. Okay, if you had to pick Bon Jovi or Prince in the 80s.
Prince.
Prince. You said it so defiantly. Like,
yes, Prince. Absolutely, Prince. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I got it. Just checking it out. Convertible or truck?
Truck.
Yeah, I saw pictures of you guys. You ski and get outdoors in the winter and stuff. So I can imagine you piling up the truck and
yes.
Yeah.
I love trucks. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool to know. Okay, if we go out for a bite to eat, Chinese food or Italian food?
Italian.
Italian. Okay.
Yes.
With the beer, I thought the beer would go the other way because red wine.
Italian food.
Yeah, I love Italian food. Listen, if I had to go to an island, that's what I'm bringing. That's it. If they said one meal, that's it. Pasta. Yes. That's for me. For travel purposes, somewhere in Africa or Australia?
I've never been to Australia, so Australia.
Yeah.
I just would love to visit it. Australia.
What parts of Africa have you been? Just curious.
More North Africa.
Yep.
So and probably I'm going to South Africa this year in October, but still have to wait what COVID is going to do. But Africa is for me more easy to travel. Australia is really a long trip. So I would love to go that way.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Now I don't know about classic movies. I don't know. I'm going to find out real quick. Wizard of Oz or Casablanca?
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. I got to watch that movie. You know what? I know this going. Yeah, I know. See, that's going to shock you. Do you know that I've not watched it from start to finish?
Oh, you have to watch it.
Like I know enough about it that I know the story. I mean, that's what, you know, you've seen it enough, but I've never started at the beginning and watched it to the end. Wizard of Oz. I got to do that. Same with what's her name? Alice in Wonderland, for example. These kinds of things. I never watched it from start to finish. I got to watch that. I got to watch these things. How about sunrise or sunset?
This is really hard. I love them both. Like sunrise, I cannot choose. Sunrise, I love the sunrise and being alone with the sun. And I love sunset, being with friends, having wine or beer or food and just good music, campfire. That's all part of the sunrise. But the sunset is also magical. The birds, I cannot choose between sunset.
Well, I hear them in the background. I hear the birds in the background. I think
Yeah.
it's super cool. I mean, it's super cool. Like you have that going on right now. That's super cool. Okay, for you to talk happiness, sit down and talk happiness all day with Michelle Obama or Oprah.
Michelle Obama.
You thought about it, but why Michelle? Well, why not? But just
Why not? Yeah, it's wow. Why Michelle?
I mean, she's
I
pretty.
saw her when she was in the Netherlands. She is such a powerful lady, and the things that she's doing for girls, it's incredible. The way her book becoming is such a wonderful book. The way she's showing up as a mother, as a parent, as a first lady. Yeah, I just love her.
Yeah, well, she is spectacular. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a big fan too. Yeah, I mean, just watching how she conducts herself on the public stage like that, the world stage. Wow,
Yes.
Absolutely. So
and all those different roles, right? Because she's a wonderful mother too. Like sometimes it's challenging to have all those different roles, to have a mission and family and being a mother and so on. And the way she's doing it, for me, she's really inspirational. Sometimes I think, Michelle Obama also has 24 hours in a day. How is she doing this?
I agree with you. I always use that when I'm talking about. I always think I got the same amount of time as Richard Branson, Oprah, Obama. You know, it doesn't matter. Mick Jagger. It doesn't matter who it is. They got the same amount of time. I'm like,
absolutely.
I think they got people. Just so you know. But we'll how about this one? This is one of my favorite questions. You already know this one, but I got to ask you. This one. Hope or freedom?
Well, I already see myself as the embodiment of hope, so I choose freedom. Hope is what I have, is who I am, so I choose freedom.
Yeah, no right or wrong. I mean, it's just I understand. And it's a fascinating conversation every time I hear, you know, just different perspectives of why and again, there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong on this. Finish this beautiful sentence for me, if you will, please. I love my life because.
I love my life because oh my gosh, this is so. I love my life because I can serve my great designer. I can walk the design. And feel the blessings while doing that. That's it.
That's beautiful. To serve.
To
serve. No, that's what you do. I mean, that's just what you do. So
that's like Peter, every day I just wake up and I ask, how can I serve you? Show me the way. I don't know. If I'm going to think about it, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to do anything. But if you just ask every morning, how may I serve you today? And I ask this to source, but I also ask it to the people in my life. I call them angels in the dust. If we can look at the people in our lives as angels in the dust, if you could really see their beautiful soul, then you will understand why you want to serve them.
wow. Asha, I knew you'd answer that the way someone was supposed to hear that, including myself. Thank you for that. It's super, super, it's just super empowering and inspiring. As you said to Claude, and you said it now, you know, how can I could serve your heart today?
Yes.
So service, be of service. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that.
So much. Sorry for slowing down. Sorry for slowing down.
No,
but I
no.
felt like
We did not
need
slow
to
down. No, we just listen. This is listen. We're just doing this. We're just here. This is what we're supposed. There's nowhere else to be right this second. Okay, so there's no up or down, slow, fast. There's none of that stuff going on. I appreciate you taking the time and being thoughtful with your answer. So thank you for that.
Thank you for the question.
I absolutely knew, Asha, Lalai, when we were getting together, this was going to be an amazing conversation. I just so freaking like you, and I love spending time with you. So thank you so much for coming on here and sharing your beautiful spirit and soul with everybody watching today.
Thank you, Peter, for being who you are, for putting this all together, not only for me, but for so many beautiful people. Like, it's really incredible what you are doing. And my wish for you, I just wrote it today on my post. I really wish that 1 million people will join your show because they can benefit from those beautiful conversations. There's so much to. There are so many people who want to give, and they are all on your show. So, yeah, it's really incredible what you are doing. I hope you are going to play some music for me now.
Oh, hey, listen. No producing this yet.
No, I'm sorry.
Producers over here. No. I'll play some music for you privately another time.
Okay, we do it in the green room.
Guaranteed. I knew it would take us out this long anyway, and I was thinking the last thing I'm going to do is add more music and more time for your day. Listen, I super appreciate your time, but thank you for asking. You know that, right? Thank you for asking. Speaking of wonderful people, look who decided to stick around and just wish you super success and well.
Hey, Peter. Oh, Pascal, sorry.
Pascal, he sat there the whole time, and I was thinking to myself,
Wow.
gosh, if he had something, I wanted him to stick around, but obviously, if he had other more important things to do, I mean, so Pascal, listen, super great to meet you, my fine friend. I don't know where we're going to cross again. We'll connect if you stick around. I'm going to play a quick video and play us out of here, but I'm going to talk to Asha afterwards. If you stuck around this long, stick around. We'll chat a little bit. But hey, listen, I love the spirit of the energy that Jacqueline talked about. That you know, especially the connection with children. So when I play out the video at the end here, I'll dedicate the video to you, my friend. I'll play a little video in connection with that spirit. Now I want to learn more about what that means of you serving children and youth and young people from around the world. So I appreciate that so much. And listen, there's you can't, they just love you so much. This is why, Asha, just so you know, if I literally put out the call, the bat signal, and said, hey, you guys want to come and talk to Asha? I just wouldn't be able to keep control. I'd need another couple producers and so on. So of course we have the beautiful, she's here to say her goodbyes as well. She has to meet. So
Sister, I got you double playing here. I got you playing on my phone and my computer. Sister, so proud of you. So proud of you. You so stood in your light and your truth and your beautiful, everything. You just shine today. I'm just so proud.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow. To both of you, Pascal, again, thank you so much for sticking around. We're going to learn more about you in the future. That's for sure. I got to figure all that out. And Jacqueline, thank you for, coming back onto the show. Listen, it's not like you have no thing to do. I know what you do.
You're going to hear like 12 kids in the background.
I was going to say, you got a lot of stuff going on. So, I mean, for you to invest your time, energy, and spirit into this, it's super appreciated. And Asha, that's just a testament to you, right? Obviously,
yes.
That's telling
it's
you
amazing. It's really amazing that they're not only here, like what they are doing. It's amazing. It's like it's serving humanity in a big way. So yeah, I'm so proud to call them my friends. They are the ones who give me hope. Like if I'm lacking hope, there they are, right? So yeah, it's amazing what they are doing. Pascal, it's so wonderful. He's not waiting for 1 million dreams in the platform. He's already reaching out to dreamers and helping them move forward. Like I think some dreamers already reached their 1 million dream project because Pascal is like already mentoring them. So it's amazing what's happening. Yeah.
Peter, this is the beautiful example of how when people say you're connected and we're all one, this is it right here.
Yes.
Because we know this. We know this in each other. We've never met in person, yet there's unconditional love, unconditional support. It's that simple. We have a knowing when each other needs the other person, and we're there without even a blink or thinking about it. You're just there. Yes. And that's a beautiful space and beautiful friends to have. And I wish that for everyone.
Yeah, that is a great wish for everybody. If you can find, I mean this in the kindest way. So take it as actually what I had this conversation with a friend that I've known for 40 years. And I said to him, I said, you can normally count your best friends on your thumbs and sometimes only on your nose. And if you surround yourself with a few good people more than that, if you can start counting great friends on your fingers and toes, and that's a great world to be in. So like you said, Jacqueline, I mean, that's a great wish for anyone to find a tribe, a connection, a group of people that that resonate with you. And these are three people right here, everyone. I mean, Asha, of course, and then of course, Pascal, I'm going to learn more about what you're doing. And Jacqueline, the 365 way, 365 give, sorry, 65 way. Listen to me, Jacqueline Way, 365 give. So make sure everyone check that out because that's an amazing, movement, if you will, as well, a global movement. And so I appreciate that. And you do an amazing job, by the way. Just so you know, Jacqueline, you have that ability to show up when you're supposed to. So I so appreciate that. Yeah. Asha, it's been a joy. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been a privilege. And so appreciate your time. And everybody else, thank you for joining. Thank you for the thousands of comments out there. And Pascal, I'm going to send, hey, I got to learn.
You got to do this. You got to learn this one.
Okay, what is this? Tell me what it is.
Pascal, you do it. This is yours.
This is the way how we spread the love over the Zoom and the internet connection. So we do this, we warm the hands up, and then we pass it on to the other people.
Oh, that
Lovely.
is so cool.
Lovely.
Oh, can
Pascal,
I?
I do it every time, every Zoom call with my team.
And you can feel
with
it.
everybody, and you can feel the energy, and
You can really feel it.
You can.
That is super cool. I've never seen that before. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, everybody, there you go. Spread the love, everybody. Spread the love. It's all good. This video is that I'm ending the show with. Please stick around, Asha. I'll talk to you after. Pascal, if you want to, Jacqueline. It's always so fantastic to see you. This video is for you, Pascal. It was just a little encounter of this little beautiful little boy in Rwanda. I've shown this video before, but it's queued up and ready to go. So, he basically was asking for a pen. He was teaching me Kinyarwandan all day. He was asking for a pen. I found him one. And pens are important because it represents education there, as opposed to a pencil. Education. If you have a pen, that means you're, in school and stuff.
Pascal knows this.
Yeah, there you go.
He lives it.
Okay, so you live it. Okay, so I gave him a pen, and then like 10-15 minutes later, he comes back and he gives me this. Oh, it's right here next to me. It's always right next to me. I just can't reach it right now. This little ball. And I didn't ask for it or anything. And I asked the translator, and he said, no, he just wanted to give you something. He wanted to trade. He didn't want to just take the pen. And I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, and so your heart just explodes and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, you'll know what I'm talking about. Thank you, everybody. And listen, as we always say, when we're doing this, just be kind out there, everybody. Just be kind. Thanks, everyone. See you, Asha.
Thank you, Pascal.
See you, Jacqueline. See
Thank
you,
you,
Pascal.
Jackie. Thank you, Peter.
Love you.
Thank you, everyone who's watching. Wonderful.
Bye-bye. So I found a new friend, and we traded a pen for this soccer ball. And I thought it was really nice because I just gave him the pen because he'd been helping me throughout the day to learn Kinyarwanda. And he's a very smart boy, knows English very well, very good English. Yes. So I gave him a pen, which they love pens, and 10-15 minutes later, he came back and gave me a ball for the trade. So I just thought that was really, really cool because I didn't ask for it. So 𝘠𝗶𝗃𝗵. Yeah, Pira. Yeah. So he gave me that. So I'm really, really happy about that. And I'll be bringing this back to Canada. And yeah, I thought it was awesome. He's a really, really, really clever kid. He's going to be an English teacher. Professor. Yeah. That's it. Thank you. Thank you.